Seems like Shawn Showtime Porter won't be fighting anytime soon. Says he's not fighting until, the Keith Thurman rematch. And apparently he says he broke his hand. We're going to talk about that in a minute. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Boxing Clinic. You know what it is. We keeping it moving. Early morning grind. I got one more video. Decided not to do the the Arthur Betterby prediction video today, man. I'll say that for the end of the week. His opponent is a straight tomato can. I just broke down some tape. I'm like, end of the week prediction video, if that. And that's if it's slow. But, he did a little press conference last night. I seen the video where he basically said that he has no interest in fighting Errol Spence. That's cool, But he says he's not coming back to fight till he fight Keith Thurman. And that's the whole thing about this whole thing. We did a live video yesterday. Thanks for everybody that supported it. I'm going to try to do more live videos in general. It's a busy season right now, so, I'm hustling. Trying to get as much money up for the holidays for the family and taking care of the business. So maybe after the fights this weekend, we can go live. Do some more live content. I see y'all liked it. We was digging it. So, but we talked about the Shawn Porter thing. And the whole thing is this is a business model with Shawn Porter. And the business model is this. We the mandatory for Keith Thurman, okay? I'm objective as much as I can be. So I'm gonna tell you they plan. Kenny and Shawn Porter. Okay. Why would I go fight Errol Spence for 1 belt when I'm already the mandatory for Keith Thurman for 2 belts? So if I beat Keith Thurman, who I almost beat before, I know that I can compete and almost beat Keith Thurman. Almost beat him. I know I can compete and beat him. That's how they feeling. And he coming off an injury, so he's not 100%. I'm going to take my shot with that guy. You know what I'm saying? And if I beat him, I get 2 belts. Why would I take a shot with Errol Spence where my strengths, play into his strengths, and he probably going to beat my butt? So I know I can beat Keith. So I'm going for Keith. It's 2 for 1. I fight him, I get 2 belts, and then I'm in a position to do what I want to do at this point. And I believe if Shawn beats Keith for 2 belts, Shawn is moving up and moving out of 147. He's not going to fight Terrence Crawford. His father gets shook talking about Terrence Crawford. So does Shawn Porter as well, the same way they get shook talking about Errol Spence. They know Terrence coming in the amateurs. They know he's a dangerous fighter. Only way that he defends those 2 belts at 147, if he beats Keith Thurman, is a Keith Thurman rubber match or a Danny Garcia rematch. That's it. He's not fighting nobody else because those bring the most money. So, do I believe his hand is really broke? I don't believe that. I don't believe his hand is really broke. I'm sorry. I'm not calling them liars and fibbers. Maybe I am. But I just think they saying their hand broke so they can stop fielding questions about other fights. So, if Keith gets the rematch or whatever, Keith does a tune-up, a little off the game right now. He does a tune-up, then he only fights 2 times a year, so next fall he should be ready. So it seems like the Porters are very fine with only fighting 1 time next year as long as they get them 2 belts. So I think they kind of fabricating the injury. It might be a little swollen hand. We got to see what comes back, but they think they broke it. So, so he's not doing a tune-up. He's coming right back fighting Keith Thurman. So that's why he doesn't want to fight Spence or anybody else but Danny Garcia, because they feel they can beat Danny Garcia. They wouldn't have fighted Danny Garcia with no title belt instead of Earl Spence with a title belt and Adrian Granados without a title belt, because they know Spence is going to beat them. So they don't want to mess their Keith Thurman shot up. If Spence beats him, then it's no Keith Thurman fight. It's no payday. It's no revenge fight. It's no, I was almost this close. If I make this adjustment so I can beat Keith Thurman. In their mind, they're making excuses to say, oh, we was this close to beating Keith Thurman. And I'm telling you, if they beat Keith Thurman, it's only a Keith Thurman rubber match, Danny Garcia, or another, easy title defense for them. And they moving up out of 154 pounds. They don't want Shawn. Shawn and them don't want Terrence and Keith. And I'm just keeping it funky, keeping it trill. But, that's their prerogative. That's their plan. And I don't believe the hand is broke. It might be a little bit injured, a little bit swollen. But I think that's their plan to say it's broke so they can wait it out. So Danny Garcia, if the Brandon Rio situation falls apart, don't come back and say, let's fight. They basically saying you had your opportunity. Our hand is injured. We waiting for Keith Thurman to come back. And Keith Thurman already said that he's going to get Shawn his rematch, after he does a tune-up. So, it's funny how he's making a rendezvous with Shawn Porter. But he don't want to make a rendezvous with Errol Spence no time soon. So that's funny to me, And at the end of the day, reckoning day is coming. With Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, and Al Heyman in the mix, they're going to have to pay what they owe. If they beat Errol Spence, they beat him. And it's funny how, you know, the fear in the business mixing in with the boxing is stopping the best fights from happening. And you know, it is what it is. I'm not mad at Shawn. You know, get your money. You know, because if you go out there and fight Earl Spence against Ice, you kicking yourself because you messed up a payday with Keith Thurman. He knows he can't compete with Spence and with Crawford, and he just want to get his titles with Keith. He knows he almost beat him, and he gonna move up or try to fight Danny Garcia. Let me know what y'all think. We gone.